EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle. Coming up, a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a potential classic in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Sideline is Sean McVay. His guys looking to finish off their improbable run from wild card team to conference champions. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike Macdonald. His guys earned the right to host this game, and now just one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. Sam Darnold.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A 7-yard gain. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 38-yard line, second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Darnold down to throw. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for third and 3.
Brings up third and 3.
Darnold. He'll get this one to Cobb, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
It's a gain of 10. And the Rams.
Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
The 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Now it's Stafford. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Third down and 1.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third and 1.
Stafford. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
32 yards. That's another Rams.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Stafford now to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Touchdown.
Davante Adams from 4 yards out. And the Rams have struck first in this NFC title game. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Now it's Darnold. Has it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
A 7-yard pickup.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
We're just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
Here's Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37.
15 yards. And the Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Rams' 33.
Now Darnold. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, this win is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. He'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts it.
Williams loses the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 21-yard line.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. To throw is Darnold. A quick throw there is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Back to throw, Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. They're no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, the big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Rams 1st down.
On the ground is Jarquez Hunter. And he is going to lose yardage here. Big Leonard Williams, the one who came in and got him.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Throwing is Stafford. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 10-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Blake Corum from 10 yards out. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw, Darnold. Open man, there's Bobo. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I get the thought process, 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way, but that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate, the receivers catch it, the ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, 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 finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Smith and Jigba with the ground. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And this is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That'll be caught by Bobo. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Again, Darnold. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Darnold. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Darnold now to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Myers' kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing at the break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give him credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give him any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Rams going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Stafford. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 39.
Here's Stafford. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Yards. That's another Rams first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Stafford. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So halftime here out west, let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. This to the back of the landing zone. He'll return it from the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
Intended for Colby Parkinson. Incomplete.
Stafford. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Stafford now to throw. They'll find a man over the middle, Tutu Atwell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
The Rams, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
A 4-yard gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same, because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The Shady going to go in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Darnold to throw again. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
Darnold under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Wide open receiver complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Now Darnold on 3rd and goal. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sam Darnold taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's up in it after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rams 1st down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
After the interception, here's Darnold. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and
now off the bootleg. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Here's 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown! A.J. Barner from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Leonard Williams, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Well, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Off the draw, here's Williams. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds. And out now come the Seahawks. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the 4th with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Darnold. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
13 yards on the play. That's good.
Darnold now to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a...
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now it's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards. That's good. 12 Rams. First down. A gain of 12.
Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards, the final tally.
Rams, first down. It's a gain of 23 yards. And a Rams first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well where you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Davante Adams with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And the tight end goes in motion left. Over the middle and complete to Shady.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Dances by him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now it's Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
41 brings up 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They're going to look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Decided to keep it that time on the option, got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield, no place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage, had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
Yards on the play. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Darnold. Smith and Jigba with the ground. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And the Seahawks, first down.
Again, Darnold. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. To throw is Darnold. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Jay Bobo from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. These fans on pins and needles. A Super Bowl berth on the line, tied in the 4th quarter as the kick is away. Ooh, the juke. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Stanford. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. A gain of 14. 1st down, Rams.
Now Stafford. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. Just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused. And here, he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
LA set to take over again on offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sideline?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
A gain of 17 yards.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Stafford. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Darnold to throw. Gets this complete to Smith-Njigba. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. A give for Walker running right. And he'll get it inside the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Super Bowl aspirations on the line. A critical one here. It's 3rd down. They run again with Walker. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A 9-yard gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And the kick is good. He got it. And with that, they are off to the Super Bowl. Really a great season. Not a whole lot to hang their head about.
Not at all. And, you know, the winning side, they're so ecstatic. They're going to the Super Bowl. But for the guys that we're talking about, they've got to figure out how it's going to go next year. Are they going to be motivated by this loss? Or will this loss linger and really make them, make it tough for them to come out of the gate strong next year? Only time will tell. But they've got to find a way to use this loss and use it as motivation.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gautin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.